Good morning to all. Myself, Manoj Bundela, Assistant Professor, Suresh Gyan Bihar University, Jaipur. So we are discussing about the production technology of different vegetable crops. In this, we already discussed about the production technology of tomato. So today we will start the production technology of brinjal. Brinjal is also called as eggplant or aubergine. Why it is called as eggplant? Because the shape of the brinjal fruit is look like egg, so it is called as eggplant. So botanical name is Solanum melongena. Chromosome number 2n is equal to 24. The edible portion is immature fleshy berry. Origin is India or Indo-Burma. According to D. Candler, the origin of brinjal is India. According to Vavlov, the origin of brinjal is Indo-Burma. The chemical compound that is present in solanum in melongena is solacedyl, solamazine, and solasonin. Solasonin, solamazine, and solacedyl. So these are the chemical compound that is present in the brinjal. So pollination, it is a often cross-pollinated crop. Area under Tamil Nadu. So normally it is grown in all everywhere in almost maximum part of India. Next is botany of the brinjal. So it is a herbaceous annual plant, erect and semi-spreading habit. Semi-spreading habit, perennial. Sometimes it is perennial means we can cut the plants and we can grow like this. It is a perennial. We can get 2 to 3 crops. Erect, compact, and well branched. The height of the plant is 60 to 120 centimeter. Total height of the plant. The flower is heterostyly. Heterostyly means the style length is different. To encourage the pollination, it is advised to plant Mimosporia in vicinity of brinjal plant. So it will increase the pollination. Taproot system. Normally it is found the taproot system. The root system is taproot. There are two type of root system. One is taproot system and one is herbaceous root system. But it is found is taproot system. So this is you can see the brinjal flowers. This is the brinjal plant. This is the brinjal flowers. The length of the style. It is short style. It is a medium style. It is long style. The species. So there are different species of eggplant based on the shape of the fruit. So you can see these are the different species. First is Solanum melongena variety esculenta. So it is a round and egg-shaped cultivars like this. This one is Solanum melongena variety esculenta, like tomato. Solanum melongena variety serpentina. So it is cylindrical shape. So this is like this cylindrical shape. And Solanum melongena variety depression. It is a dwarf plant. The height of the plant is dwarf. Depression. Depression means नीचे dwarf. Serpentinum मतलब serpentine means cylinder हो गया. And egg means round means esculentum like tomato is round. So it is esculent. So heterostyle means the length of the style is different. So first one is long style means big ovary. So long style means this is long style. If you have a big ovary means outside of the towards the style will come. Medium style or medium ovary. So this is medium style. Up to here it will come for it another medium ovary. Pseudo short style or rudimentary ovary. So it has a pseudo short style. I had a rudimentary ovary. And third one is true short style. So this is true short style. It's a very rudimentary ovary. The ovary is very rudimentary. So when the flowering means fruiting will be occurs in only in long style and medium style fruit. The pseudo short style fruits and true short style they have the very rudimentary ovary. The fruits will not develop in this both. Next is nutrient composition. In 100 gram, it contains vitamin A, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin 0.9, ascorbic acid 12 milligram. calories 24 kilocalorie, protein 1.4 gram, fat 0.3 gram, moisture 92.7 gram, calcium 18 milligram, phosphorus 47 milligram. So this is the nutrient composition of the brinjal. Next is varieties and hybrids. So varieties, their source and their characteristics. So varieties like long varieties, Pusa purple long. It is released from IRI selection from Bhartiya common in Punjab. So it have 25 to 20 to 25 centimeter long, 30 ton per hectare yield, extra early 45 days. It takes 45 days and purple color. So it is Pusha purple long. Pusa purple clusters. It is mainly grown in Katrine, the regional station, and it is characteristic is medium early 10 to 12 centimeter purple borne in cluster 4 to 9 resistance and bacterial wilt, resistant to bacterial wilt. Next is Pusa Kranti. It is a pedigree selection by selection between the crossing between the PPI hyperpure into Wynard gent. It is 15 to 20 centimeter purple green, shining leaves and less seeded. Pusha hybrid 6 is a dark purple pigmented peduncle, 100 gram per fruits and 51 ton per hectare. Pusa anupam. It is released from Catrine Pusa Granthi into PPC 1991. Clusters 14 to 18 centimeter soft purple resistant to bacterial wilt. P4, PH4 or PAU, Ludhiana. It is released from Ludhiana and HAU Hisar. Dark purple fruit, fleshy light green. Pant Samrat, GBPUAT Pantnagar. It is resistant to Phomopsis blight, bacterial wilt, less infested by the shoot and fruit rust. Azad Kranti. Vegetable Research Station Kalyanpur, released from Vegetable Research Station Kalyanpur, 15 to 20 centimeter, dark purple, shining green color, less seeded. Azad B3. It is released from. It is a calyx green color, purple fruits. Hisar Pragati. It is released from HAU Hisar. It is an early variety. Hisar Chamuni. Oru into R34. It is released in 1993. Suitable for Rabi and Kharif crop. Arka Nidhi. It is released from IIHR Bangalore. The purple into Arka seal cluster. It is a tender and slow seed maturity with no bitter principal resistance to bacterial wilt. Arka Keshav. It is a cross between Bingrass multiple purple into Arka seal. Same as Arka Nidhi, little low mount yield. So Punjab Barsati, it is released from PAU Ludhiana. Punjab Sadabahar, Japanese long into R34. So it is a dwarf, deep purple ratoon crop. Ratoon crop means first we take the first crop after harvesting of the first crop. Again we will take the crop from that. Golden to fruit borer. Next is Kasi Taru. It is this from IIPR Varanasi. It is 120 to 130 centimeter purple, 31 centimeter length, 5 centimeter diameter. Kasi Komal. It is a F1 hybrid, light purple, 80 ton per hectare. Round. So round color fruits like Pusa purple round. It is from IRI New Delhi. It is tolerant to little leaf and fruit and soup border. Pusa Kar. It is a dark purple, 200 gram per fruits. Pusha Ankur. It is a dark purple, attractive fruits. Pusa hybrid 6. It is 250 to 300 grams per fruits. The yield is 250 to 300 gram per fruit. The early bearing means it will take 85 to 90 days for fruiting. Pusa hybrid 9. It is 250 gram fruit size. Pant Rituraj. It is released from Pantnagar, GB PU80 Pantnagar. It is a purple and it is resistant to fruit and soup borer. Pant BR129. It is cluster type and it is also resistant to bacterial wilt resistance. Pant Bengan 91. So it is also resistant to spread parallel to round and bacterial wilt resistance. Punjab Bahar released from AU Ludhiana, 200 to 300 gram less seeds. Punjab Moti give people 60 days for first picking. Hisar Syamal HAU Hisar tolerant to bacterial wilt and little leaf. So these are the fruits you can see. This one is CO1, this one is CO2, Coimbatore, they are released from Coimbatore TNAU. PKM1, MDU1, COBH1, PLR1, PPI1, KKM1. So this is you can see the fruits. BT Brinjal hybrid. It is developed by Myco. So this is a BT Brinjal MHB 4BT, MHB 9BT, MHB 39BT, MHB J99BT, MHB 80BT, MHB 11BT. Climate and soil. Tender to frost. Warm season. It is a warm season crop. It requires a low temperature deformation of the fruits. If the temperature is low, so there is a deformation of the fruits will be occurs and the ovary will start splitting. So it required 13 to 21 degrees centigrade daily mean temperature. For seed germination, it requires 25 degrees centigrade temperature. Seed germination 25 degree and for daily mean temperature is 13 to 21. It is a long and warm growing season is suitable. Long and warm growing season is suitable. Loamy and sandy loamy soil plus normal to high fertility status is suitable. Light soil, early yield, and clay loamy and silt loamy they will give the high yield. If the light soil is there, it will give the early yield, and clay loam or silt loam means it will give the higher yield, higher production. It is a hardy crop, good adaptability for pH 6.5 to 7.5. pH is not more than 5.5 to 6. pH is not more than 5.5 to 6. It required only good is 6.5 to 7.5. It is a hardy crops. Season and seed treatment. So the season sowing time is May June to October, December January to May. If we sow in May June, October is harvesting, and in the month of December January to May is harvesting. Pre-sowing treatment normally we will give the gibberellin. It will increase the seed vigor and germination, okay, and it will the uniform emergence of the seedling will be occurs. Treat the seeds with Trichoderma viride 4 gram per kg and Pseudomonas fluorescens 10 gram per kg of the seeds. Treat the seeds with Trichoderma viride 4 gram per kg and Pseudomonas fluorescens 10 gram per kg of the seeds. Treat the seeds with Azospirillum 40 gram per 400 gram of the seeds using rice gruel as adhesive. Treat the seed with 2 grams of thyron because when we show the seeds into a nursery, the major problem in the nursery is damping off. So damping off is mainly occurs to the fungal attack. So to reduce that, we use the fungicide like thyron. Nursery practice. There is two methods we can use. One is conventional method we use and second one is precision. So in conventional method, the sowing of the nursery bed, first we prepare the nursery beds. In nursery bed, we will sow the seeds. 6 to 12 mm deep, we sow the seeds at 5 centimeter apart from the row. FIM and compost is mixed with bed before sowing. So before when we go for preparation of the bed, we will mix the FIM and vermicompost. SSP and MOP padded long with reasonable amount. So reasonable amount we will add the SSP and MOP. A day or 2 days before sowing, kept down drench with nursery soil to control the damping off. Because when we prepare the nursery bed, when the germination will be start, that time the major problem in nursery is damping off. So to control that damping off, we will use the To control the damping of, we will use the Captone. We will spray the Captone. Captone normally the quantity is 3 gram per liter of water. We will mix a 3 gram of Captone in 1 liter of water and then we will drench the dry grass and sands are covered the soil with till germination. Means till the germination will be start, till that we will dry grass we will cover it. 200 to 300 grams of seeds per hectare or 30,000 to 45,000 seedlings we can prepare. The spacing, so normally the spacing is 60 into 45 centimeter we can use, or 75 into 60 centimeter, 90 into 90 centimeter, or 75 into 75 centimeter spacing we can use. In precision what we have to do, the seedling under 50% set net side, 40 to 50 mesh insect proof nylon net or 3 cent or 2% slope, 1 hectare, pro tray are used. In precision normally we can use the pro trays. In pro trays we will prepare the coco pit 300 kg, neem cap 5 kg, azospatulum, phospho, bacteria 1 kg, 1.25 kg of coco pit is required to fill the one pro tray. Keep the tray on above one, cover the polythene sheet till the germination. After 6 days, place the pro tray individually. Means first we keep the pro tray one by one. After that we will keep the pro tray individually. Means the germination will be start after 6 to 7 days. Rose can watering we can use. We will apply the water with the help of rose can. Every day we have to go for watering. During the 19-19-19 0.5% 18 days after sowing. Means the when the nursery is 18 days, that time we will apply the 19-19-19 hours. 19 nitrogen, 19 phosphorus, 19 potassium, 0.5%. 25 liter 251 tray plus 2000 24,692 seedlings. Normally we will grow. The spacing is 19 to 16 to 75 centimeter. A paired row system we can use. So these are the technologies we can use when we go for preparation of nursery. And the nursery, the major problem is damping of. So like this, we can in precision farming we can prepare the trays. Means starting first we prepare the tray, we will fill the trays. After that we sow the seeds and we will keep like this. This after 6 days means after that we will cover it with the plastic and keep like this. So after 6 days, due to the heat, the germination will be start. So after 6 days, what we have to do, we take the seedlings nursery and we will keep like this in the nursery. And daily we have to apply the daily we have to do the watering. Then after that the germination will be start, and when the height of the seedlings is 15 to 20 centimeters and second leaf will be start emergence, that time we will go for transplanting into the main field. So this is the transplanting stage to the main field. Next is transplanting. So normally transplanting when the height of the seedling is 10 to 12 centimeter or it have 3 to 4 leaves. Normally it will take 35 days after sowing of the seeds, 35 days for transplanting. For long duration and good yield. 4 to 5 plowing normally we will do at 25 ton per hectare. Ridge and furrow 75 centimeter spacing we will use. 2 kg of azospatulum and phosphobacteria 40 kg sieved FIM we can use for 1 hectare. So NPK per hectare requirements and when we have to apply. So basal dose we will apply 50-50-50 NPK. Basal dose we apply. Then we will go over the top dressing. And top dressing means 30 days after sowing we will apply the 50 kg of nitrogen again. Then hybrids normally basal dose we apply 100, 150 and 100 means double dose we apply, and for top dressing we apply the 100. It is after 30th day after the transplanting. So this is we use in conventional method. In precision farming, chisel plow or disc plow we can use as one time. For a cultivator, twice we have to go. Then we apply the FIM 20 ton per hectare for last plowing. 75% of phosphorus SSP and 703.13 kg per hectare basal dose we apply. 2 kg of azospirillum and phosphobacteria plus 50 kg of seed FIM or neem cake we apply 100 kg. Pseudomonas fluorescens or Trichoderma viridae we will apply 2.58 kg per hectare plus 100 kg of FIM we will apply. The beds are 120 centimeter width, 30 centimeter gap between the plants and 8 to 12 hours watering before planting. We have to do 40 days old African marigold are planted in 1 dash to 16 row. Why we apply marigold? Because the fruit and shoot borer is the major problem. And marigold it is work as a trap growth. So if we grow the marigold, then whatever the fruits and shoot borers means the flies will come, they will attract to the marigold. So they will not damage our mangrove. So normally we will use a marigold as a trap growth. NPK normally we will apply in fertigation. Fertigation means fertilizers are applied with mix with the water. We go for fertigation 200, 150 and 100 kg of NPK we apply per hectare. So recommended dose of is 200, 150 and 100 kg per hectare of NPK. So these are the different like 19 19 hours we can apply 79 kg per hectare, 30 0 45 again we apply 89 to 189 by 189 kg per hectare, 12 16 we apply 37 kg per hectare, urea we apply 340 kg per hectare, 1003 we apply 30 0 45 and 12 16 we apply in the form of NH4 H2PO4. So duration of application. So normally at the time of transplanting to the plant establishment stage means 10 days duration. We apply the 19 hours. Vegetative stage means after 30 days we apply the NNP. We will not apply the potassium. Flowering, initiation and fruit picking stage normally we apply the NPK 19 hours. So we will apply the more quantity of potassium because it will help to the development of the fruits. And harvesting stage we apply the 80 days after transplanting we apply the 12-16 nitrogen phosphorus we apply. So these are the quantity how we are applying and percentage requirements. How much the requirement percentage. Next is intercultural operations. So in conventional method, the frequent shallow cultivation at a regular intervals free from the weeds. Normally we will remove the weeds and means at a particular intervals we have to go for weeding. Oran Benki is a major root parasite. It is an important weed. The weeding is normally we can the end weeding normally we will use. Precision farming, the cap filling is done 7 days after transplanting. Means first we transplant, after that some plants will die. So that some plants what we have to do again we have to go for the again we have to go for the that transplanting 7 days. Mulch with black or LDPE, low density plastic mulch we can use like the 25 micron thickness and is the depth is 10 centimeter. Apply the pentamethylene 1 kg, flucloxylene 1 kg pre-emergence herbicide. These are the pre-emergence before we have to go for transplanting. We will apply that. Followed by hand feeding is done once at 30 days after planting. A foliar spray with Pseudomonas fluorescens 0.5% at 15 days intervals for 6 times. Trifontanol 625 ml is mixed with 500 or 1 liter of water spray. Planofix we can use 125 ml in 500 liter of water. Micronutrients we can use 1 kg per liter which is sprayed for 2 times at 40 days, 40th and 80th days after the planting. 19 hours ml we can apply 60 days after planting. Next is circum grass. So circum grass is used for the mulch in Haryana. This grass also we can use it for the mulch. So this is you can see the plants, fruits. This is the circum grass. It will help in controlling the this tricholepone. These are orange monkey. These are the my association with the host plant. Special practice like training. So brinjal growing on a single row on 2 meter width beds with two parallel shoots trained vertically, one on each side of the row or in double row. 3 meter wide beds with three shoots trained vertical in the plane two row. The latter system fruiting big fruiting began earlier and the production and the proportion of good quality fruits and total fruit yield were higher. The highest return per meter square with combination of two stems per plant. So normally if we allow the two stems per plants, the yield will be more. If we use the latter system, then we will get the good quality of the fruits. Cropping system. So cropping system means July to December if we grow the brinjal, then December to February we will go for turnip, and cowpea we can use in March to July. July to November brinjal, then onion we can grow December to February, and squash melon February to June. So these are the cropping pattern we can means we will not use the same crop again and again because it will reduce the production. So with that brinjal we can go for the other crops like cowpea we can use, turnip, onion. These type of crops we can use as a mixed alternate crop we can use, not mixed crop, alternate crop we can use. Leafy vegetables like spinach, amaranthus, fenugreek, coriander, and mint can be grown in between the row of brinjal, and the root crops like carrot, turnip, radish can grow on the ridge of the roots of the brinjal. So these are used as a leafy vegetables, and the root crops we can use as a mixed cropping we can use, and that is alternate cropping we can use because they are small crop. Pest and disease of brinjal. So pest, the major pest is fruit and shoot borer. Again, then jacids, atta beetle, whitefly, aphid, Myzus persicae, spider mite, leaf roller, stem borer, mealybug, budworm, termites. These are the major pests. Then disease like damping of pythium, phyco- phogopsis blight, little leaf of brinjal, phytoplasma. Little leaf of brinjal is by phytoplasma. Bacterial wilt, mosaic by aphid, mosaic is transmitted by aphid, wilt, and nematodes. Meladogyn is the major nematode. Fruit and shoot borer. So tiny larvae are enter terminal shoots, wilting and drooping. Infected fruits will develop the holes. So you can see the holes. It will develop the holes on the fruits and holes on the stem also. That is, it is called as fruit and shoot borer. Both places it will develop the holes. The both leaf, axil, and main stem. So what is the cultural practice we can use to control this? So normally we can grow the resistance variety of fruit and shoot borer like Anameli and Pusa purple ground. Avoid the continuous cropping of the same crop means we will not allow the same crop again and again. Remove means collection and destruction of the affected plants or fruits. We have to collect and destroy them. Grow the varieties with long and narrow fruits and ending area. Bacillus thuringiensis variety Pustica encourages the activity of larval parasitoids, or we can Bracken green. Egg parasitoids we can use like Trichogramma chilions. These are the egg parasites we can use. 50,000 per hectare, 4 nights, and from the 30 days after transplanting we can use. Then Ecpila Hadda beetle. So hadda beetle means this is the hadda beetle, and this is the symptoms of that hadda beetles. So symptoms like skeleton, like it will look like skeleton, feed the fruits and follow the fruit surface. So it is mainly controlled by the use of malathion and locate the resistance varieties like Arca series we can use. Next is jacids. Suck the lower. These are the jacids. They will suck the lower leaves, infected plants, pale and finally bronze and transmit the little leaf of brinjal. So the spray the carbaryl 0.51% or dimethyl 30% EC we can use. White fly. Hot and dry condition is the major reason where the white flies will come. Suck the plants and turns into the yellow. The honeydew stew mold. So this is the white flies. The yellow sticky trap we can use to control the white flies or spray the neem oil plus tipol we can use so that it will be stuck on the leaf. Aphid, so aphid it will suck the sap of the leaves, leaf suck the sap of the leaves, and then next is called the dry. The first install larva of the green lace wing, it is controlled by the phosphomidone 40% SL. Spider mite, so white specks, it will develop the web leaves drying in severe condition, the leaves will start drying. The control measures we can use the dicofol. Next is leaf roller. So it is fold the leaves and tip up to the downward. Next is budworm, the bore inside the flower's bud and feed the stably low fruit set and prevent the fruit formation and drop off. Integrated pest management strategy for the Brinjal. So it is given by the Pusha New Delhi. The bird hatches at 10 per hectare. It will field as visit to the predator birds. Delta or yellow sticky traps we can use for the hoppers, aphid and whiteflies. Give the 2 to 3 spray of NS neem seed kernel extracts 5% against the sucking pest. Spray the NSK also bring down the borer incidence significantly. Neem oil we can use 2% also reduce the borer infestation marginally. If incidence of the leaf hoppers and the other sucking insect pest is still above ETL, apply the imidacloprid 117.8 SL. The pheromone traps we can use to control the insects. So we can mix the lures and we will control the insects. Release the egg parasitoids like trichogramma we can use 1 to 1.5 lakh per hectare to control the fruit and soup borer. Neem cake we can use to control the means neem cake if we use to control the nematodes and the borer damage. Clipping of borer damaged shoots and collection and destruction of damaged fruits. Clean cultivation help in management of the borers and phomopsis disease. The borer incidence like economic threshold level 5% infestation. Apply the cypermethrin 25 EC. Carbaryl we can apply or continuous cropping of brinjal leads to the more borer and wilt infestation. Periodically collect and destroy the egg masses, larvae and adult of Hadda beetle. Drop out the little leaf-affected plants from time to time. Use of green manure in mulching with polythene soil application with blanching powder will reduce the infection. So these are the trap crop water through trap crop we can use this time we fix the lure and the water the insect will come and they will die. Yellow sticky trap we can use. So these are the funnel trap we can use. We will fix the lure here and in funnel we will collect the insect. Eggplant seedlings are grown under the netting. We can grow the seedlings in netting. Only healthy, unaffected seedlings are transplanted to the field. If the seedlings nursery is close to the infected field, so normally first we go for treatment. After that we will go for transplanting. Seedlings can be grown under netting to ensure the no infestation. If we grow the seedlings in netting, then there is a infestation will be less. This already we have discussed. Next is maturity indices. Attain a full size but before they start ripening. Means when the size is full and before the fruit start ripening, we will harvest. Tenderness, bright yellow and glossy appearance. Fruit looks dull, indication of the loose the quality and ready to ripen. The fruit edible form they are quarter grown until the ripen. Harvesting the fruits are harvested with stalk joined with the branch. The fruit harvested at afternoon to avoid the sun is cold, sprinkling with water and keep the fresh. So we will spray the water to keep the fresh. Total yield by varieties is 25 to 30 ton per hectare, for hybrids 60 to 80 ton per hectare. After harvesting, post-harvest handling, so grades. So if we will divide the different grades like super, fancy, and commercial. So these are the three grades are available in the market. Storage for 1 to 2 days summer and 3 to 4 days in winter, provided they are kept in shade under ordinary conditions. In cold storage, the fruits are stored for 7 to 10 days at temperature of 7 to 10 degrees centigrade and 85 to 95% of relative humidity we can use. Packaging: the fruit are washed under sprinkler, individual wrapped tissue papers packed in a waxed, corrugated or wire-bound curtains we can use depending on the market. So like this corrugated boxes we can use, or we can keep in plastic pallets also. It's based on the market. Packed in a bamboo basket and transported to the nearby market. Bamboo basket we can transport to the nearby market. Seed production. So it is a often cross-pollinated crop. The cross-pollination is 0.0 to 48%. This is a Antonophilis means that it is a by insects only. Land requirement: land must be free from volunteer plants. Field infection. Normally three inspection will be done. First is before flowering, second flowering and fruiting stage, and third is mature fruit stage or prior to harvesting. Flowering and fruiting, fruit stage or prior to harvesting. So there are the minimum the distance that is required for the field of the varieties: 300 for foundation seeds and for certified seeds 150. Field of the same varieties not confirming of the variety's purity. The certified seed 300 and for foundation seed 300, certified 150. That is the isolation distance we can use. Specific requirement: the off-type plants will be 0.1% in foundation seeds and 0.2% for certified seeds. Plant affected seed-borne disease, it will be very less. Standards for off-type shall be met at and the end after flowering and for the seed-borne disease at final inspection. Seed-borne disease shall Phomopsis blight. Seed standard varieties like pure seeds, intermetal, other crop seed, weed seeds, germination percentage is 70%, moisture content 8%. So these are the innate matter only 2%. Off crop seeds, no. Then pure seeds 98%. So this is the minimum standards for them. Isolation distance for foundations is 200, for certified seeds 200 for varieties. For hybrids of type seed current will be very less. The fully ripe fruits are harvested, turning color to the yellow. Before turning to the color to the yellow, the outer cover peeled off and flesh with seeds is cut into the thin slices. It was stored over a night after seed dried in a partial set. The moisture is less than 8% and the yield is 590 to 880 kg Pusha per kilo and 120 to 120 kg per hectare. Normally we will get the production. These are the reference book. Thank you. This is all about the Brinjal. Thank you. The barrel we can apply for continuous cropping of brinjal leads to the more borer and wilt infestation. Periodically collect and destroy the egg masses, larvae and adult of Adda beetle. Crop out the little leaf affected plants from time to time. Use of green manure in mulching with polythene soil application with bleaching powder will reduce the infection. So these are the trap crop water through trap crop we can use this type we can fix the lure and the water the insect will come and they will die. Yellow sticky trap we can use. So these are the funnel trap we can use. We will fix the lure here and in funnel we will collect the insect. Eggplant seedlings are grown under the netting. We can grow the seedlings in netting. Only healthy, unaffected seedlings are transplanted to the field if the seedlings nursery is close to the infected field. So normally first we go for treatment, after that we will go for transplanting. Seedlings can be grown under netting to ensure the no infestation. If we grow the seedlings in netting, then there is a infestation will be less. This already we have discussed. Next is maturity indices. Attain a full size but before they start ripening. Means when the size is full and before the fruit start ripening we will harvest. Tenderness, bright yellow and glossy appearance. Fruit looks dull, indication of the loose the quality and ready to ripen. The fruit edible form they are quarter grown until the ripen. Harvesting the fruits are harvested with stalk joined with the branch. The fruit harvested at afternoon to avoid the sun is cold, sprinkling with water and keep the fresh. So we will spray the water to keep the fresh. Total yield by varieties is 25 to 30 ton per hectare. For hybrids 60 to 80 ton per hectare. After harvesting, post-harvest handling, so grades. So we will divide the different grades like super, fancy, and commercial. So these are the three grades are available in the market. Storage for 1 to 2 days summer and 3 to 4 days in winter, provided they are kept in shade and the ordinary conditions. In cold storage, the fruits are stored for 7 to 10 days at temperature of 7 to 10 degrees centigrade and 85 to 95% of relative humidity we can use. Packaging: the fruit are washed under sprinkler. Individual wrapped tissue papers packed in a waxed, corrugated or wire-bound curtains we can use depending on the market. So like this corrugated boxes we can use or we can keep in plastic crates also. It's based on the market. Packed in a bamboo basket and transported to the nearby market. Bamboo basket we can transport to the nearby market. Seed production. So it is a often cross-pollinated group. The cross-pollination is 0.0 to 48%. This is a antenophilis means that it is a by insects only. Land requirement: land must be free from volunteer plants. Field inspection: normally three inspection will be done. First is before flowering, second flowering and fruiting stage, and third is mature fruit stage or prior to harvesting. Flowering and fruit stage or prior to harvesting. So there are the minimum the distance that is required for the field of the varieties 300 for foundation seeds and for certified seeds 150. Field of the same varieties not conforming of the varieties purity. The certified seed 300 and for foundation seed 300 certified 150. That is the isolation distance we can use. Specific requirement: the off-type plants will be 0.1% in foundation seeds and 0.2% for certified seeds. Plant affected seed-borne disease, it will be very less. Standards for off-type shall be met at and the end after flowering and for the seed-borne disease at final inspection. Seed-borne disease shall Phomopsis blight, seed standard varieties like pure seeds, intermetal, other crop seed, wheat seeds, germination percentage is 70%, moisture content 8%. So these are the inert matter only 2%, off crop seeds no, then pure seeds 98%. So this is the minimum standards for that. Isolation distance for foundations is 200 for certified seeds, 200 for varieties. For hybrids of type seed current will be very less. The fully ripe fruits are harvested, turning color to the yellow. Before turning to the color to the yellow, the outer cover peeled off and flesh with seeds is cut into the thin slices. It was stored over a night after seed dried in a partial shed. The moisture is less than 8% and the yield is 590 to 880 kg, Pusha purple low, and 100 to 120 kg per hectare. Normally we will get the production. These are the reference book. Thank you. This is all about the Brinjal. Thank you.